This is a tutorial to show the ease of use of the Easymat. This is a matting and layering system without the waste. It allows you to recover card that you would normally hide between your layers. This is a basic matting and layered card. And as previously, you would start with your layers, as you can see here. But as we all know, all that card underneath is hidden, but not with the Easymat. Easymat allows you to recover the card, and so you now get 2 cards out of 1, or even more, because you can also use the recovered card to create all of your embellishments instead of having to break into a separate piece of card as you would normally have done. If you look across the back here, we have 1 piece of card out of which we took that layer, then we took that centre out and that centre, and again and again. The second layer, again, we've got all of these layers and we only ever started with 2. If you look at the squares here, we did exactly the same. So all of these came out of these 2 single sheets of card. What I will do now is show you around the board. We normally use the board with our bespoke piercing mat. This is high density and it's been manufactured to actually fit the shape of the board. So you won't get no wobbles because it actually fits. But for ease of filming today, I'm going to be using a black background so you can actually see the pierced holes, because the board is nice and clear, which is very beneficial when you want to change designs and add a little element here or a little element there. What I'm going to show you now is actually how to cut your layers using the board. As we've done all the sizing for you, you don't have to worry. So I would like to start with a layer that's 6.5 by 6.5. So I'm going to find the corner of my piece of card and make sure the little dot is on the corner there, the corner there, and the corner there, and the corner there. The piece I'm starting with actually is 6.5 by 6.5, but I want a 6 by 6 layer. So find the 6, come down, find the 6, come across, and where the 2 dots meet, you put a little hole. Sometimes I put one at the top as well, so as I can layer up. It just depends how you like to do it. And then we remove our piercing mat. We take our steel ruler and our cutting mat. And as you see, because I put a dot at the top and a dot at the bottom, it's easy to line up. And we then now use a scalpel and we just trim away that bit. Sometimes you have to just release it. There we go. And then turn it the other way and line up again. And we take this off. So now we have our 6 by 6 layer. Then as we come down, obviously you need your piercing mat again, and you need your next piece of card, which is here. And this time the piece I'm starting with, so we start in the corner, put our dot on the corner, top and bottom. So I'm actually starting with 6 by 6. So because it's in 1/2 inch increments, the next layer I want is a 5.5 by 5.5. So we find 5.5 and I mark the top bit. And I find 5.5 here, bring your finger across and mark that bit. We move it again and again. And now we just join our dots up as we have here, and using your scalpel just trim away your layer. And the same the other way. So we know this is how you actually form your layer. And using the Easymat, you're now going to recover the centres. So we place our Easymat over your layer. And this time all you need to do is find the 4 corners. So we've got a corner there and a corner there, and we place our little dots on the corners. And then all you need to do is come in diagonally from the corner, move one in. On all four corners, find the corner, moving diagonally. Find the corner, moving diagonally. Find the corner, moving diagonally. And it literally is as simple as this. Referring back to your scalpel and your cutting mat, you have two dots, line it up with your steel ruler and simply join up the dots. Turn it round, find the dot and join them up. It's very therapeutic to actually just know you're going to get these layers perfect every time. I used to struggle quite a lot myself with layers because you think, oh, what size do I need? Well, you don't have to worry now because we've actually done all the sizing for you. So we've got 3 sides, find the dot and cut them out. And now we've recovered the centre. When I actually designed this, I made sure that the frame would take a 6mm double-sided tape, which is how you mount all your layers together. As we have here, we have a matted and layered card. And you notice on this particular one, this layer is wider than the other ones. And that is because when I said before you come in diagonally from the corner 1 spot, if you come in 2 spots and then cut out the centres, you get a wider layer. If you want to do finer layers, then you would have to manually cut your squares on every 1/4 of an inch. So you would do 5 1/4, 4 1/4 and so on. But then still use the Easymat to come in from the corners. And then you get multiple ways of getting different layers as we've got here. And now, having completed the 3 different frames, you can clearly see just how much card has been recovered out of the centres. And the fact now that I can use those recovered pieces of card to put my favourite dies on without having to break into other card. And just here we have 2 examples of pricked out designs, the butterfly and the heart, and just how pretty they look when you add your pearls and your diamonds. The board also is a beautiful board for creating what we call diamond trails. And these are our diamond trails here. Because I'm a butterfly girl, obviously we had to have a butterfly on the board. And we have this long diamond trail coming down here, which is where the name came from. Then we included an oval and a heart and a border, and also a border around that little square. The square actually comes with an aperture, and with the board you get a hexagon, and then we do sell sets of diamond trail trios, and these are little plates that you can drop into that aperture. Because the board's clear, you've got this lovely scallop border, but then you can turn the board over and you can join them up and make different types of borders. You can add an embellishment here, a line there, as we've done on several of our different cards that we've shown you. The previous card that I showed you is our little butterfly that has been pricked out, and then we've added diamonds and pearls to it. One of our little inserts is a flower and a leaf, and on this one we've used just the vein of the leaf to give you a sprig. So even the designs we've given you can be altered. We've used the centre of the flower to create a little bud, which is just purely the centre of that flower. And all the recovered card, we've made this beautiful bow, and even the little embellishments on the corner. So once you have an Easymat system, You'll be able to let your creativity loose, and we would love to see your creations. So email your projects to info@scarletrosecrafts.co.uk, and we look forward to seeing your creations.